Good morning, everybody. Mr. D here, live from Mr. Genthner's room. Today is May the 4th, and May the 4th be with you. A couple things we have to pass along today. We just wanted to put some announcements out there, a couple reminders, and that's about it for today. But there's some really important stuff to kick off with. And that is that, as you probably have heard, and if you haven't, then I'll be the first to tell you, that we are on a New York State pause for the remainder of this school year. Okay? That doesn't mean school's canceled for the rest of the year. That just means that we're not coming into the building and we're going to continue doing the online learning that we've been doing. There is going to be a couple twists with that, which I'll explain to you in just a minute. But let's talk a little bit about what we're going to be doing from today, which is May 4th, until the end of June. Okay? First of all, grading, grades, and transcripts. We have already been meeting for about 2 weeks talking about what that's going to look like if we came back to school, if we didn't come back to school, how that was going to work. Now that we have an end date, a lot of our meetings have some purpose and they'll have some focus and some direction. We are trying to balance right now the things that the state is saying are legal, also with process and what colleges need, and making sure that we're doing things correctly. So some schools are coming out, we're going to do it. That's great for them, but for us, we're going to go a little bit slowly to make sure not only that we're doing things legally, but also that we're taking care of our kids. And there's a couple of choices that districts get to make, and we want to make sure we're making the best choice that helps our kids the most. So that information will be coming out soon. And that really is, what is my transcript going to look like? How are we going to get our fourth marking period grades? We've missed marking period 5 and 6. How are we going to get those fourth marking period grades, along with what we're doing on computer-based learning, along with what I'm going to be talking about today, which will be competency-based learning, and put that all into a neat package for all 4 different classes: seniors, juniors, sophomores, and freshmen. Seniors have a serious concern right now because they're going to be going to college if they choose to go to college, and we have to make sure those transcripts are ready because you have to send in your transcript at the end of the year to make sure that you finish strong. Juniors, how are we setting you up? Sophomores, how are we setting you up for success? And freshmen, and even 8th graders who are taking a lot of high school credits, how are we making sure that everything's going to be fine? Like I said, there's some guidelines from the state, but we want to make sure we follow those and take care of our kids. All right? Now, the next part comes up, the next question that I get the most frequently is what's going to happen with graduation, what's going to happen with senior fun night, and all senior activities. And I've promised you several times before, and I continue to promise you today, we're going to make sure that we can do some really nice celebrating. Now that we have an end date and that we know we're not coming back, now we're going to sit down and talk about things like where would we have a graduation. A lot of schools right now are saying we're going to have it at a movie theater, we're going to have it at a whatever. Great opportunities, those are fantastic. But until we knew specifically, we have several different things we're looking at, and quite honestly, we really want to make it special for the seniors. Okay, this class of 2020, has been through quite a bit, especially the students in Livonia, with fires and changes and building configurations and schedules, and they've had so much change. We really want to send them off with some love and with them knowing that we care about them. You can see on television, some people are putting signs in their head. Those are awesome and fantastic things to do. We want to try to make sure we're doing something well planned and really classy, because the seniors, when they're walking out the door, we want them to say, wow, they love us in Livonia, and we do love you, and we're going to take really good care of you, okay? Next up is lockers, hallway and PE lockers. Oh my gosh, what are we going to do? Relax. Again, all of these things, we've already been talking about them, but we've been talking about the lockers again as when will we come back, middle, end, etc. So now that we know the end date, we can now start putting that into motion. Please understand end of year process things for everybody else who aren't seniors, like celebrations, trips, etc. I'm going to be honest with you, we're going to focus on the seniors right now. Okay, so anything that we've done before that we know we can do again in years to come, that's going to be secondary or third on the priority list. The number one priority right now is going to be after transcripts and grades and making sure instruction's done, is going to be our senior class of 2020, because you matter, we love you, and I have to just say this, you guys are just a great group of kids, we want to take good care of you. All right, lastly on the what's happening with the pause is the food line. The food line will continue. We offer food for folks Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 10:30 to 1 o'clock every day, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, right here at the middle high school. You can drive through. Many of you have taken advantage, and that's awesome. We hope more people take advantage of it. It's a great service. It gives a breakfast and a lunch for 2 days, and then you get a little bit of an extra kicker on Friday. There's a whole bunch of groups from Food Link to the Ravens. Everyone's pitched in to really try to make sure kids have food and families have food. It does not matter if you have a kid in the district. It doesn't matter what your age is. If you need food and you live here, or if you see this and you live someplace else, drive through. We'd love to feed you. We'd love to make sure that you're safe, and we'd love to make sure that you're okay. Because my faith tells me that we are supposed to love one another, and that's a commandment. And we will absolutely do that. And one of the ways we can do it is by feeding people and making sure that they're healthy and safe. And that I also thank Mr. Cole, because that has been his number one priority since we started, to take care of people, and then the other stuff comes next. So we're in pretty good shape there. All right, next up, Teacher Appreciation Week is this week. And usually we have all sorts of stuff going on during the day, from snacks to mugs to celebrations and communications and lots of hugs, and we really miss you. Some notes have been written. Lots of things have been done over the years. Well, obviously we're not here right now. So for our weekly activity that the student councils are putting together, Abby Avery has a message that's going to be out, and you can check that message out, and it'll give you some instructions on how you might be able to show some appreciation for your teachers. Again, please remember, these folks are working really, really hard. A couple of times I've heard on TV, well, the teachers have a break now. That is the farthest thing from the truth. They are working so hard to put together lesson plans, to be able to meet with kids through Zoom meetings, office hours, etc. And then they have to take information in and give feedback on it so that you're growing. So they're working really hard, and they've worked hard this entire year. So we just want to say thanks to the teachers. Check out Abby Avery's video, and she'll take really, really good care of you. All right, finally today, what should you do now? Well, we're going to go back to the basics. I don't like to be confusing, and I don't like to make lots of changes. So let's go back to the basics. First of all, academically, get on Google Classroom. Stay involved and keep your mind exercised. Okay, physically, you have to move your body. You got to get out of your house. Get out of your bedroom. Get out of off your couch. Get outside. Yesterday was a beautiful day. Walk around your yard. If you have a park to walk around, that's great. If your parents take you to Letchworth and you walk around and walk a couple miles, whatever you need to do. We have so many lakes and trails around here, from Canadice to Hemlock. You can walk around on Canisius Lake in a couple of different places. And get outside, because that will definitely help things as well, making sure that mentally and physically you're ready to go. Social emotionally, you got to stay connected, and you're doing a good job of that. With all the things we're offering here at school, plus the stuff you're doing with just your friends in general, awesome. Stay connected. Stay connected, not just with your friends, but with your family. Guarantee there's someone in your family that would love to hear from you. And if you do all three of those things, they sort of work together. Your mind, your body, and your spirit or faith. If you can keep those going, that will make things a little bit easier for you. A lot of emails I'm getting are saying, Mr. D, I'm feeling a little bit sad. I'm feeling a little depressed. I'm really kind of bummed because I'm in the house. And that's my number one thing, is get out of the house. Okay? Now, if it's pouring rain, or because we live in Western New York, it's supposed to snow by the end of the week, which I cannot even believe it's going to snow. It was 70 degrees yesterday, but that's where we live. If it's snowing outside, I'm not asking you to go outside in your shorts and t-shirt and run around. But what you need to do is just get out there, get some fresh air. If you have a dog, your dog would love to take a walk. Take your dog for a walk. If you don't have a dog, borrow someone else's or go by yourself. Okay? But you can absolutely do all of those things. I hope you understand from these messages that they are really designed to tell you that we love you. Because we do. And it's easy to say, but the things we're doing, hopefully it's proving to you we do love you. And you matter. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, we do absolutely miss you. I was a little bit, I don't know, I was kind of bummed when I heard Friday that school was going to be on pause for the rest of the year, because I just miss people. I miss the kids. That's how I have to do this, and Zoom meetings and walk and talk. I'm doing the same things I'm telling you, because it gets disappointing and a little sad when we're sitting in a house. So you got to get outside. I'm doing the same things I'm asking you to do. So I'm bummed. I would rather have kids here in the hall. I'm getting tired of talking with adults all day. It is way cooler and way more fun. And the reason why I got into this goofy profession was because of kids. So I miss you, and I hope you guys are safe. Please be healthy. Get outside and exercise your mind, your body, and your faith. And remember that we love you very much. And as always, God bless you.